Hi YouTubers, something different today. I'm sitting in my car. Now at weekends I have a tendency to, I do this dog sport. It's called flyball. I go flyballing, take my dogs and we compete. It's one of the sports where the dogs have to grab a ball from a box and they go over jumps and they have to come back over the jumps, and it's a relay race against other teams, and it's good fun, and it's how I spend some of my weekends doing this as a team sport. But you do get a bit of free time to sit in your car and have your lunch during the various divisions. And so I'm sitting here and I thought, hey, I'll do myself a little bit of a YouTuber. And of course, give me time to think. And I was thinking, I was just thinking, I have to shout a lot at flyball. That's the other thing. It's very noisy, so my voice goes a bit. Anyway, I was thinking, you know, who in the world, and don't ask me why I was thinking this, but who in the world do I actually really hate? Hate's a funny thing, isn't it? Being a atheist, we tend not to be immoral people, as you would probably suspect. We don't go out sort of wishing to murder people. We don't want to steal necessarily. I suppose there must be some atheists out there who do. But it's not within us as just being an atheist. So having a bad thought is a strange thing. Now, so I thought, let's have a bad thought. Who in the world would, if I had a choice, would I want to get rid of? You know, get rid of. You know, is anybody listening? Well, I don't really mean really, but so I thought, who do I dislike? It's very easy to think, you know, it might be some great political leader like George Bush or the ex-Prime Minister Tony Blair or the new lot that's in. But no, it's nothing like that. They're always going to be there, always going to be pretty awful. You're always going to have your Osama bin Ladens in the world. I mean, it would be nice to perhaps wipe out a few, but it's not going to happen, and I wouldn't wish it. So who did I pick? Ant and Dec. Now, if you don't know who Ant and Dec is, look them up on the internet. These guys are on British television rather a lot, too much. With television you can turn it off, turn over. But these guys, they just appear all the time. They are absolutely dire. They're two guys doing one man's job, for God's sake, and they're getting overpaid for it. Both of them. You look at them on the screen and they're going, hey, just look at you like this now, you know. And it goes over to the next one. I'm looking like this now, it's my turn to talk. My turn to talk. Hey up, hey up. You know, oh, they're little squirts. They are appalling. I absolutely loathe them. I think you get the idea. They are dreadful, dreadful. And yet, and this is the worst thing about them, is the fact that you can walk up to somebody and say, Ant and Dec, aren't they awful? Thinking they'll say, oh, you're right there, they're terrible. And they go, oh, do you think so? I think they're really nice. They seem such nice lads. You think, well, how can people be that moronic to actually like Ant and Dec? And then I started thinking, well, most of the country likes Ant and Dec. And that makes you think, you know, about your other beliefs, doesn't it? If I believe Ant and Dec is like absolutely awful, and most people like them, what's that say about me? And then I thought, well, what's that say about the other things I think very strongly on, like religion and things like that? And I thought, well, there's always going to be people in the world that you dislike, and there's always going to be people in the world that dislike you, and you can't change this by being the nicest guy in the world or by being the worst person. There'll always be this problem. People go on Big Brother and these programs, these factual reality shows, and they expect themselves to be the most popular people in the world, and it's a complete shock to them when they find out that they're not. I think there's quite a lot of that on YouTube as well. I don't go on YouTube saying, look, I'm an atheist, and so everybody who's not an atheist has got to hate me. It's not like that at all. I'm just there expressing an opinion and a style which I like doing. People looking at me now thinking I'm mad. So, put you off a bit when they do that, you know. team members thinking that guy's gone mad. He's talking to himself. Hang on, I'm going to be back in a minute. Anyway, going back to the point of my rather insane wafflings, if there is a point indeed. I have to look at it this way. There's no point in saying, let's get rid of this person, let's get rid of that person. They're always going to want to get rid of you. There's always going to be somebody, an opposite to your positive, a negative to a positive, as it were. And always, I realise that. But, so why do us atheists bother to carry on and carry on sort of having a go at Christianity, Islam, any theist, really? It's because we're doing what we believe in, I suppose, in the same way that a theist is. We don't want to see a world that's riddled with dogma, probably because we feel a lot more free, and certainly feel that we should release, or at least allow people to be free as well. Certainly goes for the case of the women in the Muslim rule, for instance. So I'm getting more serious now, which is pointless, really. It was just thought I'd throw a few things up for discussion. There's a dog coming to piddle up my car now. As happens at these things. Gosh, it's going on an awful long time. Anyway, last race of the division, I'm in the next one. Peace. Finally, do notice how I get moustache by using this light. Peace. And also do the sinister eyes using this light. Anton Deck, I am coming to get you. Now, I'm not really going to get Anton Deck, by the way, so if I got by somebody else, it wasn't me. I'm definitely going now. Bye. It's a bit later on now, I'm still here. It's getting a bit cold now. After all, it is February. And I've been stuck in the car a long time, and the sun's going down, and so it's not warming up inside anymore, and it's getting dark, and I'm all alone, just me and my book, The Atheists Are Revolting by Nick Gisburn. That's plugging his book. See, I'm getting through it. So, back to that then. This really is the final bit.